Brian Dennett handling all of our production and camera duties today. So good to have you with us as we get set for another installment of high school softball here on the Salina Post Sports Network. And got a good one for you today. The Salina Central Lady Mustangs coming in playing the host today at 6 and 12. They will take on the Hayes Lady Indians as the first pitch is across the zone, swung on and missed for a called strike. With that, let's meet the starting lineup for the Lady Indians today. It all starts with shortstop Des Schmidt. She'll be followed in the order by second baseman Danny Williford, third baseman Riley Dreher, and first baseman Lakin Zimmerman in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's your catcher Avery Salina, followed by DP Shea Augustine, center fielder Haley Reese, right fielder Lainey Bauer, and left fielder Lauren Klein bringing up the rear of the Lady Indian lineup today. Salina Central set out in the field, ready to go here as the 2-1 pitch is on its way. Swung on and missed, and the count will go even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And with that, let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting pitcher in the circle today. For Salina Central, it's Valerie Van Zant, making her 10th appearance of the year, her 7th start of the season, and off to a good start as she gets a swing and miss of Des Schmidt, the first strikeout of the day, and it's 1 down in the first here for Salina Central. That'll bring up Danny Williford. Before we talk about some of Williford's numbers, again, going back to Van Zant this year, she's tossed 43 innings. That's good enough to lead the team. Works with a 4.39 ERA on the year, 61 strikeouts compared to only 28 walks. Has done a pretty good job of keeping herself under control this year and keeping those batters guessing throughout the course of the campaign. Right now, it's Van Zant back in the circle. First pitch misses high and away, and the count actually goes now to 2-0. Out in the field for Salina Central, Banninger is your starting catcher today. It's Ostmeyer over at first, Turpin at second, Wagner at short, and Vidrickson tending to the hot corner at third. As, boy, a little excuse me swing going to be good for the first strike, as that is fouled away by Danny Williford. Your outfield from left to right is Gary, Crow, and Van Zant. Those three will patrol the deepest parts of the ballpark here today. 2-1 pitch on its way. Good drop ball in there for a called strike, and the count goes level at 2-2. Williford on the year, a junior batting .370. This is a Hayes team that's been playing some exceptional softball here down the stretch. Again, 11-5, but back-to-back swinging strikeouts and a great start for Van Zant as she will fan Des Schmidt and Danny Williford in short order to bring up third baseman Riley Dreher. Dreher's put together a campaign that almost beggars belief. When you look at the numbers here for Riley Dreher at this point in the season, keep in mind this is a Hayes team that is playing in their 17th game of the season. She is batting .500 on the year. That's not a small sample size either. 24 hits. She leads the team and has had pretty good power numbers to boot as well. Owns 3 of the team's 7 home runs and 3 of the team's 5 triples. Riley Dreher has been a tough out so far this season, but boy, I'll tell you what, Van Zant's been cruising. She got 2 strikeouts to start the game, and now she's got Dreher right where she wants her, down 0-2. Dreher will watch that one go by. Easy enough take on the outside, as you saw Van Zant tried to get her to chase, but able to lay off of it was the junior. She'll settle back in and look for a better pitch. 1-2 on its way, barely able to keep that alive. Tipped back to the backstop, and the count will stay at 1-2. Of course, here on the campus of Salina South High School, you take a look down the line. 215 to straightaway center, 200 to each of the corners. As the 1-2 pitch is on its way, that ball is taken out into foul territory. Giving it a chase there is Gary, but nothing doing. And the wind is going to play a factor here today. All things considered, starting to resemble almost some summer weather, as it's about 80 degrees, all sunshine here in Salina, but a heavy wind blowing from left to right. You can see the flag just out beyond the outfield fence out in Jerry Ivy Park. And again, that will continue whipping across. We'll see how that affects softball action here today. Good battle going on right now. Dreher has fought off the last 3 pitches. Van Zant comes back with the 1-2. That will miss. And the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Van Zant's done a good job, again, keeping herself under control. Dreher, for that .500 average, is also getting on base at a .528 clip, but has primarily put the ball in play, as she will watch that one go by. But in case you're wondering, Riley Dreher this year has walked just 4 times, but she has yet to strike out on the season. Again, 24 hits this year, 0 strikeouts. Just an unheard of stat line. Van Zandt hunting down that first strikeout of the season. Will deliver the payoff, and there it is. Riley Dreher goes down swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And Van Zandt out of the inning with 3 straight strikeouts to retire the side. We'll step away, back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, 3 up, 3 down, all via the strikeout for the Salina Central Lady Mustangs, and they'll bring SC back up to the plate here as Valerie Van Zandt, the starting pitcher, will lead things off for the Lady Mustangs. Second pitch, on the way in there for a called strike. That'll even it up at 1-1. Valerie Van Zandt, the pitcher, starts in the leadoff spot. She'll be followed by center fielder Maddie Crow, second baseman Harper Turpin, and your DP is Ellie Riekoff in the cleanup spot today. Boy, Van Zandt playing a little ducking out of the way that time. A little dodgeball action going on here as the count goes to 2-1, but able to get out of the way safely. Batting in the 5-hole, it's your third baseman Tyler Vidrickson. She'll be followed by first baseman Grace Ostmeyer, catcher Brooke Banninger, left fielder Taylor Gary, and shortstop Katie Wagner. Bringing up the rear of the Lady Mustang lineup today, Lily Van Zandt is your flex, playing out in right field for the Lady Mustangs. In the circle for the Hayes Lady Indians, it's Aubrey Thomas, the senior starter, making her 8th appearance of the year as that, taken off the knee. So almost gets Van Zandt the first time, comes back and plunks Van Zandt the second time. And just like that, the Lady Mustangs have got a runner aboard with nobody out. Maddie Crow will come to the plate now for Aubrey Thomas. That's just the second player all season that she has put on via a hit by pitch. 11 walks on the year, 41 strikeouts. That's good enough to lead the team and has kept her numbers down with a 2.84 ERA and a 1.25 whip. Of course, today, Salina Central comes out in the all-white home jerseys, maroon numerals trimmed in black across the back, CHS across the front. For Hayes, they will go today with the all-gray jerseys, maroon numerals trimmed in gold. All-maroon matchup here in Salina, Kansas. A 1-1 count on Maddie Crow. Crow this season has put together an impressive year herself, batting .432 on the year, getting on base at a .457 clip, and here trying to ambush and lay down an aggressive swinging bunt. But the count goes to 1-2. Of course, Salina Central under the instruction of Alyssa Waldron in her 5th year leading the team. Hayes under the instruction of Abby Gillen. And the corners right now shading in a bit as that is going to be a swinging strikeout. Maddie Crow down on strikes. It's 1 down in the inning, and it's Harper Turpin coming to the plate. As Turpin stands in, we'll take a look at your players in the field for the Hayes Lady Indians. Salina is your starting catcher. It's Zimmerman over at first, Williford at second, Schmidt at short, and Dreher over at the hot corner. That'll take you around the horn. And then your outfield from left to right, it's Klein, Keys, and Butler. As we've got one rolled to second, it'll be scooped up. The throw to first is in time, and that is 2 down as Van Zant moves up to second, and Turpin is retired on the 4-3 putout. Ellie Riekoff will grab a bat next. The DP today batting in the cleanup spot. Riekoff comes into this contest at a .364 clip. Has done a good job driving the runs in. 7 RBI on the year. Takes a healthy cut at a rise ball up. And the first pitch will miss high. But offered at, the count goes to 0-1. Salina Central looking to finish the year out strong, coming off of a clean sweep of Hutch last week, as here's one laced to Zimmerman. The catch is made, and that will end the first inning of action. Still scoreless as we head to inning number 2. You're tuned into the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Great start for Valerie Van Zant, who fanned the first 3 batters that she sees, so it'll be the heart of the order due up here for the Lady Indians of Hayes. Lakin Zimmerman, Avery Salida, and Shea Augustine. Your 3 due up here for Hayes to lead off the second. Van Zant still working in the circle, gets ahead of the first batter. Now a little flare shot. That's going to get down, and it is fumbled by Vidrickson over at third. We'll see if they rule that as an infield single or an error. Will be an infield single for Zimmerman, and the leadoff runner is aboard for the Lady Indians. So Avery Salida, the catcher, will be the next to come to the plate. This is a Hayes team that's batted well across the board. They're a .340 team as far as team batting average is concerned. .401 getting on base, .471 in terms of slugging. And they have seen a lot of opponents multiple times this year. Everybody plays doubleheaders, but not every day that you see a team that has played 3 different opponents 3 times each. This is a Hayes team that went 3-0 against Dodge City, they went 3-0 against Garden City, and they went 3-0 against Great Bend. They come into this contest on a 5-game winning streak after a clean sweep of TMP. So 2 teams coming in off of doubleheader sweeps. This is a big swing and a miss. Will put Salida behind Van Zant. The count goes to 1-2. Had a chance to catch up with Coach Waldron before the game today and get some notes on this team. Of course, Salina Central already into some uncharted territory, at least here recently, and just trying to build this program up into a better spot. A tough season last year, a team that finished the year out 2-18, but a good bounce back here to start. 6-12, a couple of big victories, and overall just more competitive across the board. And that's something Coach Waldron said she's been really proud of this group for. It's just the resilience of this team, the willingness to come out and fight, and even if game 1 doesn't necessarily go the way that they want, it's a team that always comes back in battles. They've stayed in games, they've played some opponents tough, and they've looked good here through the first inning and a half or so of this contest with the Hayes Indians. Of course, a big one coming up for Salina Central next Tuesday, as they will take on the Lady Cougars of Salina South. We'll have coverage of that one for you on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. But for now, Van Zant's run continues. How about 4 strikeouts to start this game as she puts the first 3 Lady Indians down, gives up the infield single, and then gets Salida to wave and miss to bring up Shea Augustine. First pitch to Augustine, swung on and missed. My goodness. Van Zant is really racking them up here so far. Again, she has been a high-volume strikeout pitcher. 61 Ks on the year. That is 20 more than what the leading pitcher for Hayes has coming into this game. And you get the feeling, just with the way Van Zandt goes out and throws, if Central can find a way to just get her a couple of runs of support, you like her chances of keeping the numbers down on the other side. As the 0-2 across for strike 3, Augustine will take a seat, and it's 5 strikeouts in as many outs recorded for Valerie Van Zandt. My goodness. Haley Reese will come to the plate looking to solve this riddle. But so far, everyone has been baffled, and yeah, it's another swing and miss. And you can see this is good stuff out of Van Zandt, who comes across, does a good job mixing up speeds, but also mixing locations. We've seen her go rise ball up, she'll go drop ball down, a lot of in-breakers and out-breakers, and just keeping everything in a spot where even if you try to take a swing, you're not going to be able to put anything in a good spot in play. Count even right now at a ball and a strike on Haley Reese. Reese, the senior, comes in batting .216, and there is a bit of a tail-off with this Lady Indian lineup when you get down to the bottom third. But what you have to watch out for with the 7, 8, and 9 holes, center fielder, right fielder, left fielder, almost all of the speed is congregated down here in the bottom third. And just as I say that, Reese is going to square to bunt. She will pull it back, and oh boy, that is taken off the knees. Second hit batter of the day, first for Van Zandt, but it will put runners at first and second for Lainey Becker. Becker, the right fielder, coming into this contest, taking a look at the numbers that she has put up this year. And Becker's been good across the board. Has also been used as a pitcher this year, as we've got one that's going to get past Banninger, and everybody moves up 60 feet. So Reese will go to second on the passed ball. Zimmerman will go to third. And Hayes now has a potential lead-taking run just 60 feet away. Good pitch there, in for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. Hayes trying to solidify their place. This is a team that is hunting down potentially a spot in the 5A state tournament as a member of the AVCTL2. Lady Indians, again, have put themselves in a good spot at 11-5, and their only losses this year have come to some really quality opponents, as the 2-2 is swung on and missed, maybe tipped back into the mid. Banninger holds on, and the count goes to 2-2. Salina Central one good pitch away from getting themselves out of this jam. Van Zandt delivers the 2-2 and misses inside. Good stop, though, by Banninger. And the count is full. High pressure pitch coming up here. Runners at second and third in a tie ball game. Still in the top of the second. Hayes looking to take the lead. The payoff pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. Van Zandt not letting the pressure get to her. Has been able to settle in. Again, so far, her defense has not had to make any plays. She's recorded 5 outs. They've all been by the strikeout. The 3-2. And she's going to record this one herself, too. Checks it to first just to be sure. But it's going to be a line out back to Valerie Van Zandt, who through 2 innings has recorded all 6 outs all by herself. We'll step away, back with the home half of inning number 2 when we come back. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Salina South High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. A scoreless ball game as Salina Central will come back to bat. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hole hitters for Salina Central. Tyler Vidrickson, Grace Ostmeyer, and Brooke Banninger. Your 3 due up here to lead off the inning. Once again, facing Aubrey Thomas, the senior in the circle here for Hayes. Thomas's pitch will miss away. Count will even at 1 strike. Didn't have a chance to get it to you back in the first inning, but Dan Fleming is your home plate umpire calling the balls and strikes today. Chuck Vogan will be your field umpire handling everything out there. As a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch will put Vidrickson behind as the count goes 2-1-2. Vidrickson, another multi-sport athlete, did some good work on the Lady Mustang basketball court this year, and here we'll send a flare out to right. Becker will track in, look up, and make the catch, and it's 1 down here for Hayes in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Grace Ostmeyer. Brooke Banninger in the on-deck circle. Ostmeyer batting .361 on the year, 13 hits. It's a team that's been able to get some good kind of just hustle hits, if you want to call it that. That was another big strength that we heard about from Coach Waldron with this team. Said this team has got a lot of players that are exceptionally fast, but maybe too fast for their own good. Base running, something that Central is looking to find that balance of between being aggressive and not being overly aggressive. But when they've gotten runners on, they've done a good job of getting them around and getting them in. This is a team that likes to manufacture their runs. Only 4 home runs on the year, but 186 hits for this Lady Mustang team. Here, though, Ostmeyer with a swing and a miss. It's the second strikeout of the day for Thomas, and it's 2 gone for Brooke Banninger here in the second. Banninger trying to get a 2-out rally going here for Salina Central. And in a, I guess you could call it a smaller sample size for Banninger, but she has been swinging a hot bat in the limited chances that she's gotten. Batting .714 on 5 hits this year. Nothing of the extra base variety, but good things have also happened when she's come to the plate. She has driven in 4 runs here for the Lady Mustangs. This pitch is just a bit outside, and the count will go to 1-1 on Brooke Banninger. Thomas trying to settle in here. Defense has done a good job of picking her up. Right now, a lot of real estate up the middle. Defense shading Banninger just a touch to the left-hand side. Not a big surprise with the right-handed bat up to play. 1-2 the count right now. Thomas will consult the armband once again, ready for the pitch. 1-2 on the way. Swung out and missed, able to hold on. They will have to check that down to first, but it's going to be 3 strikeouts on the day for Thomas, and we are still scoreless as we go to the third. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
As we go to the third, it will be the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters due up here for the Hayes Lady Indians. Lauren Klein, Des Schmidt, and Danny Williford to lead things off here. So far, so good for Valerie Van Zandt, who the first time through the order has already recorded 5 strikeouts and has continued to cruise. But Hayes going to get a second look at her here, including 5 that she struck out in the first 6 batters that she has faced. Again, the defense has yet to be called upon here. They've been ready to go at any point, but 5 strikeouts and a line out back to the pitcher, I believe, was caught before it hit the ground. As you saw, Lainey Becker started heading back to the dugout, didn't even give it a chance to go down to first. But Van Zandt still did a good job, checked it back to first just to make sure. It is Lauren Klein at the dish now for the Lady Indians. Boy, squares to bunt, has to pull that back as that one almost came in and got her on the shoulder. Klein throughout the course of the season, the junior batting just .235, getting on base, though, at a .333 clip, aided by 5 walks, on the year. Has been susceptible, though, to that strikeout pitch. 8 Ks from her spot in the lefty's batter's box. But with the lefty on righty matchup, giving Van Zandt a little something different to look at here as Van Zandt settles back in and delivers the 0-1. And that is in for a called strike. Quick correction, 2-2 the count. Still working our way through inning number 3. Klein trying to reset the table here as Hayes was able to get 2 aboard and both in scoring position. But a line out back to Van Zandt ended the second before Hayes could find a way to capitalize. It's a Hayes team that's coming off of some really high performances in terms of runs scored, 20-5 and 9-1 in their last 2 victories, as that ball is going to get by, and it is a walk. The first of the day, it's issued to Lauren Klein, and for the second time in as many innings, Hayes will have the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out. So it's back to the top of the lineup here and back to Des Schmidt. Schmidt has been swinging one of the hottest bats in this lineup. .429 is her average here, trying to get something down. Tips it foul, and the count will start at 0-1. Talk about what you want out of a leadoff hitter. Schmidt this year getting on base at just shy of a 500 clip, 21 hits to lead the team. Only 3 driven in, but she's come in to score 21 runs on the team. So exactly what you want. Finds her way aboard. Now a rundown, or it would have been, between first and second. A good heads-up throw there by Banninger just to throw down to second, not risk any shenanigans, and the count is 0-2 here to Schmidt. Schmidt was retired quickly, a swinging strikeout back in inning number 1. Here squares to bunt, pulls it back, and runs it back with the same result. Back-to-back strikeouts for Des Schmidt, 6 Ks on the day for the aforementioned Valerie Van Zandt. And it's Danny Williford who will grab a bat next here for Hayes. Williford on the day, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, as are all of the top 3 in this lineup. And trying to get out and swing at the first pitch that she sees, will foul it back to the screen to fall behind. It's just a steady beat right now for Van Zandt. She's working at a good pace, not messing around with the zone too much, and she's been willing to attack this Hayes lineup. Van Zandt back into the windup, delivers it home, gets ahead 0-2. Something that Abby Gillen and the Hayes Lady Indians were aware of coming into this game. Van Zandt's name came up in our pregame discussion. A player that a lot of people have kept their eye on, and that is part of the reason. Strike 3 swinging, rise ball for K number 7, and Valerie Van Zandt continues to cruise here through the 3rd inning. Riley Dreher struck out swinging back in the first. It was one of the more surprising strikeouts today, as this ball is going to chase Crow all the way back to center field. That'll be a one-hopper off the fence. It's going to score at least 1 run. Dreher turns. She'll pull into third. That's going to get by, but she will stay put with a stand-up triple. And the first run of the day belongs to the Hayes Lady Indians on an RBI triple from Riley Dreher. So Klein comes all the way around, scores the first run of the day. That'll bring up Lakin Zimmerman. Again, Dreher's been putting up ridiculous numbers this year, but perhaps a little bit slighted by picking up her first strikeout of the season. Drives in her 20th run of the campaign. She has single-handedly driven in 20 of the 80 runs for Hayes, if you count that one that just came across to score. Single-handedly contributing 25% of the offense for this Hayes team. Dreher, for what it's worth, has also come around to score 17 runs herself. So she's been involved in almost half of the runs for a team that pulls in today at 11-5. Here's one off the end of the bat. Part of the reason that Dreher, I believe, is getting some looks potentially to go play at the next level. And keep in mind, Riley Dreher, only a junior. Here it's Lakin Zimmerman, who reached on an infield single back in the second, trying to bring in another run here. Good block for Banninger, and the count will go to 3-1. Zimmerman bats from the right side, settles in here, ready for the 3-1 pitch. It's going to be high and away, and it's another walk here in the 3rd inning to put runners at the corners for Avery Salina. Looks like Zimmerman will stay in to run for herself. You have to wonder how aggressive Hayes might want to get here with runners at the corners. You always risk allowing a run to come in to score if you do throw down to second. We'll see if they do elect to send Lakin Zimmerman or not, as we've got a pitch that'll miss up and away, and all of a sudden Van Zandt falls behind in the count at 1-0. Salina today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Again, the junior catcher will foul this back to the screen, even the count up at a ball and a strike. Central's been good across the board here if you look at their recent body of work. I know I mentioned the sweep of Hutch, but they have also won 4 of their last 6 games, as this is a nub shot. That'll be an easy catch for Vidrickson, and that will end the top of the third. But not before Hayes gets on the board. They take a 1-0 lead here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here to the campus of Salina South High School. Tyler Henry alongside you as we go to the home half of inning number 3, and it will be the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters due up here for Salina Central. Taylor Gary, Katie Wagner, and Valerie Van Zandt to lead things off. Central still looking for their first hit off of Aubrey Thomas here in inning number 3. Van Zandt was able to get on base with a leadoff hit by pitch, but since then, everything has been a quick recorded out. Thomas also working at a pretty good clip for what it's worth. Again, you look at Thomas's numbers on the year, 2.84 ERA. Riley Dreher, who drove in the first run as this ball is lifted foul into the bullpen there, but Dreher expected to pitch game number 2. Again, she's been the other stalwart in the circle. 51 1/3 innings pitched this year to the tune of a 2.04 ERA. But right now, it's Aubrey Thomas back to work, fighting off the wind, as is everyone. And her next pitch will miss low and in the dirt as the count goes even at a ball and a strike on Taylor Gary. Gary this year batting .286. Getting on base, though, at a solid .470 clip. And we'll watch another pitch miss low. Her patience has certainly paid off throughout the course of the season. 5 walks for Gary this year. Has only struck out once. 3-1 pitch on its way. That's going to be popped up. Should stay on the infield. Williford will settle under it, look up, and make the catch. And it's 1 down here in the third for the Hayes Lady Indians. So that brings up the shortstop, Katie Wagner. Wagner has kind of become this new, I would say new necessarily, but you've seen a shift in the game, both at baseball and softball. It used to be you put your worst batter down in the 9-hole, but now that's more of a rollover spot. People view it as almost a second leadoff position. You get down there, you want somebody capable of extending an inning, and that is exactly what Katie Wagner has done this year. A .375 hitter, slugging .554, 21 hits. That is the 3rd best mark on the team, but here she is going to chop one to Dreher, who makes the throw, and it's 2 down for Hayes to bring up the leadoff hitter in Valerie Van Zandt. So first time through the order, 9 up, 8 down for Aubrey Thomas. And Van Zandt, who was the only player to reach the first time through, looking to do the same and start a 2-out rally for the Lady Mustangs. First pitch misses away. Easy enough take there for Van Zandt. Veteran in her own right. Mentioned the 21 hits for Wagner. That lead belongs to Van Zandt with 25, although she is going to sky one here. A little miscommunication, but the catch is made by Williford, and it's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Hayes to take us to the fourth. Still a 1-0 lead for the Lady Indians here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here on our Game of the Week. Tyler Henry alongside you. Salina Central looking to get things back even here in a 1-0 ball game, but right now trying to keep runs off the board as the Hayes Lady Indians will send Shea Augustine, Haley Reese, and Lainey Becker to the plate here. This three reached base just one time. It was a strikeout for Augustine, and the only looking strikeout the first time through the order for Van Zant as she falls behind in the count at 0-1. Reese was hit by a pitch, but aside from that, still just the 2 hits given up today by Van Zant. As a swing and a miss will put Augustine behind once again 0-2. This is the hole she dug herself the first time up. Gonna have to get protective here, and for the second time in as many at-bats, we'll watch strike 3 go by. It's 8 strikeouts on the day for Valerie Van Zant, and it's the Lady Mustangs with 1 down, and Haley Reese coming to the plate. Reese is going to need an ice pack after this game. She took one to the knee area. Pulls the bunt back and takes ball 1 here. Was able to get as far as second, but was one of 2 stranded back in inning number 2. As the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. It's a Hayes team. If you want to look at the overall numbers, strikeouts have been one of the few sticking points. 68 Ks this year for Hayes as a lineup compared to just 39 walks. All told, though, a Hayes team that has not struggled to put up runs, 21 in their victory over Garden City, 16 in another win over Garden City. And here, a shallow pop-up that will be caught by Turpin, and that is quickly 2 down here for Central, and with Lainey Becker grabbing a bat to come to the plate. Becker lined out back to the pitcher. At least I think she lined out back to the pitcher. It looked like the ball was caught before it had a chance to hit the ground. Of course, Van Zant did her due diligence and threw the ball back to Ostmeyer just to make sure. But Becker right now trying to straighten it up. Infield playing her straight up as the 1-0 pitch comes home. And that'll miss on the inner half as the count goes to 2-0. Hayes got their 1 run just an inning ago on an RBI triple for Riley Dreher. Aside from that, still scoreless in this contest across the board. As a strike is called here. Good pitch there for Van Zant. Got that to sweep across the outside black. Van Zant back to work. The 2-1. That'll miss away, and the count goes now to 3-1. So Becker going to be looking to swing away here. Ideal hitter's count. Knows that this next pitch for Van Zant has to be something in the zone. And we'll be looking to park one in the gap somewhere. Good swing, but fouls it away. And the count is full. Valerie Van Zant battling hitters all day long. Second time through the order. 8 strikeouts so far. Nobody on the base paths to worry about. Focuses up on the hitter. Here comes the payoff pitch, and it'll miss high and away. Another walk issued here. Lainey Becker will take her base. And there is a runner aboard with 2 outs for Lauren Klein, who reached on a walk and came in to score the lone Hayes run of the day back in the 3rd. So just 2 hits for Hayes today, but 3 walks and a hit batter. As, boy, it looked for a moment like Becker wanted to take off and run. Like I said, a lot of the speed in this Hayes lineup is down at the bottom. All 3 of their outfielders bat in the 7, 8, and 9 holes respectively. 0-1 pitch on its way, fouled back to the screen, and once again Van Zant is ahead in the count at 0-2. A lot of pitchers will throw kind of token waste pitches, but we haven't seen a lot of that out of Van Zant today. She has not been shy about attacking this Hayes lineup. She's kept most things in the zone, and she goes right at the batter. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. But how about 9 strikeouts through 4 innings for Valerie Van Zant, and that will retire the 4th inning, or at least the top half. We go to the home half of inning number 4, halfway home, with a 1-0 Hayes lead here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Got a pitcher's duel on our hands as we go to the home half of inning number 4 for Salina Central. It will be the 2, 3, and 4-hole hitters, Maddie Crow, Harper Turpin, and Ellie Riekoff batting here for the Lady Mustangs. First pitch swinging is Maddie Crow. Crow came to bat, struck out swinging back in the first inning, one of 3 batters that Thomas was able to retire with a K the first time through the lineup. And here we'll take a outside pitch to even the count at a ball and a strike. No, I alluded to it, what's coming up next Tuesday, but just to give you guys a little preview, we will actually have a doubleheader stack as we will also be covering the crosstown rivalry between Salina South and Salina Central on the baseball diamond. As backing up and unable to make the catch is Dreher. Boy, that would have been a great snag had she been able to hold on. But next Tuesday, again, we'll have coverage of both Salina Central baseball and softball as they take on the Cougars and Lady Cougars. I believe both doubleheaders set for 4 o'clock starts. You can catch all the action on the Salina Post. Maddie Crow with a 1-2 count, trying to get something started here for the Lady Mustangs. Slaps at that. That's going to be down, and no throw will be made. Boy, Schmidt, I think, thought that she had a chance maybe to catch that, but it was falling fast. And Maddie Crow is going to get aboard here with an infield single. That will break up the no-hitter here in the 4th and bring Harper Turpin to the plate. And what is this? If I'm not mistaken, Dan Fleming just called Maddie Crow out. And I cannot imagine what for. I don't think there was any interference on the play. Could have potentially been outside the box. Not sure what that's for, but that is the official ruling, again, from Dan Fleming. It'll take a runner off the board. It'll also restore the no-hitter to Thomas as this ball is rolled to second. Williford picks it up and makes the throw, and quickly there are 2 outs here. See if we can't get an explanation throughout the course of the broadcast on what the ruling was there, but yeah, like I said, that is going to remove the one and only hit of the day, and it will bring up Ellie Riekoff, sorry. Pitch here to Riekoff, called strike. So far today, 0 for 1 with a line out to Zimmerman, who is staying pretty much straight up, not playing too far near the line. Outfield still shaded a touch to the left as that pitch is framed well. Salida snaps the mitt back over the plate, and the count goes to 0-2. Smooth sailing for Thomas so far, has still only allowed the 1 base runner, and the 0-2 here will be fouled away as the wind continues to push that and push everything from right to left as we view it here from the press box at Salina South. 0-2 the count. Vidrickson, if they can get to her in the on-deck circle now, would love a chance to bat with somebody aboard here, but with 2 down, Hayes trying to protect this 1-run lead and keep things right where they're at. The 0-2 pitch misses high and away, and the count will go to 1-2. Rieckhoff this year, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts, about even there. Here trying to pick up the first hit of the day. Will take inside after taking outside. You see Thomas dancing all around the zone trying to induce the chase, but is going to have to get it closer than that to catch the DP today in Rieckhoff. 2-2 the count, 2 down in the inning. Home half of inning number 4. Pitch on the way, swung out and missed, got her with the riser, and that will put Rieckhoff down. It will end the inning, and we go to the 5th. Still a 1-0 lead for the Hayes Lady Indians here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Top of the order due up for the Hayes Lady Indians. It'll be Des Schmidt, Danny Williford, and Riley Dreher to lead things off. Normally, this is exactly what you want if you're a softball team, but so far today, this has been the part of the lineup that Van Zandt has arguably been the best about. The top 3 in the order collectively are 1 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. Unfortunately, that one was an RBI triple hit by Riley Dreher, and that is how we stand at 1-0 here going into inning number 5. Schmidt 0 for 2, a swinging strikeout back in the first, did the same back in the third, and elevates one. The wind's going to blow that, oh my goodness, almost blew that back into the field of play. Ostmeyer was just trying to chase that ball down, and that thing almost landed on the right side of the line. But the funny thing was, if it was in play, Central still makes that out because there was no attempt to run down the line for Schmidt, who thought she parked it on the dugout. This pitch misses low. Count goes to 2-1. Get the feeling that's going to be the word for the rest of these lineups, probably on both sides, as a big swing and a miss will even the count at 2-2. Van Zandt's been great in the circle today, just looking for a little run support right now. Again, she's already gotten Schmidt twice. The 2-2 will not get the hat trick. That ball's going to get down right in front of Turpin. The throw to first, they're going to say she got her, and that is a good out recorded. Turpin with a laser beam to get that to Ostmeyer. And an emphatic out call. It's 1 down. So Danny Williford will grab a bat next. Also 0 for 2. Also with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch to her is popped up. That'll find its way on top of the roof of the press box here. And the count starts off at 0-1. Van Zandt working ahead as she has for most of the day. Stands back in, ready to go. The 0-1 pitch to Williford is, a late sinker, but it stays up enough for the called strike. And now Williford is going to have to be careful. Danny Williford trying to avoid the dreaded hat trick and will lace one into center field. That gets down in front of Crow, and it's a 1-out single for Danny Williford to bring up the ever-dangerous Riley Dreher. Dreher again, 1 for 2 today, a strikeout and an RBI triple, laced one into the gap in left center field, did not miss a home run by much. Of course, as a left-handed hitter, is going to be trying to pull that ball into the wind, but went opposite field for her triple today. And we'll watch the first pitch. That gets by Banninger, and Williford will move up to second. Now a run in scoring position for Riley Dreher. Hate to keep going back to the numbers, but again, for Dreher, they have been remarkable. You don't see many players that play in 16 games and bat 500, especially not in this league. AVCTL 2, and I mean the AVCTL across the board, very competitive. You look at the teams the Hayes has played, no slouches among them for the most part. Here it's Dreher trying to straighten one out again. She will foul it away, and the count goes to 1-2. Dreher back in the box, ready to face Van Zandt. Perhaps a bit slighted again by that first strikeout. And will take inside. So Riley Dreher, who had struck out 0 times in 16 games, is going to strike out twice at the hands of Van Zandt. And for Van Zandt, that is her 10th strikeout of the day to bring up Lakin Zimmerman. If there's one player, though, that's been getting on base at a really good clip, it's Zimmerman, who has reached twice today. An infield single back in the second, a walk back in the third. And here the cleanup hitter responsible for trying to bring in a potential insurance run for Hayes. Lady Indians trying not to snap a 5-game winning streak. As this pitch taken away, and the count goes even at 1-1. Zimmerman, a senior in this lineup. One of 2 sisters on this team, Elise, a junior, has also found herself in and out of the lineup throughout the course of the year. Here, though, it is the 2-1. It's on its way. In there for a strike. Didn't matter if Zimmerman offered or not. That crossed the plate. And the count goes to 2-2. Seen some remarkable work out of Van Zandt so far. Does she have an 11th strikeout in her? You betcha. Back-to-back looking Ks. Van Zandt picks up her 11th K of the day, and it remains a 1-0 Hayes lead as we go to the home half of inning number 5. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here to Salina, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Brian Dennett handling all of our production and camera duties today. And a 1-0 lead for the Hayes Lady Indians as Salina Central looks to get that run back. They will send their 5, 6, and 7-hole hitters to the plate. Tyler Vidrickson, Grace Ostmeyer, and Brock Banninger, your 3-2 up here for the Lady Mustangs. But trying to solve the riddle that has been Aubrey Thomas so far today. Again, Thomas has been exceptional. She has allowed 1 runner to reach base. She put her there herself when she plunked Valerie Van Zandt to start this game. Since then, she has been perfect. She has retired the next 13 that she has faced. But right now, facing Vidrickson, who flew out to right field her first time up, as a pitch misses away to even the count at a ball and a strike. Tyler Vidrickson, like I said, comes into this game with really strong numbers, getting on base half the time, slugging .755, but here, elevating one on the infield. Williford, who's been busy, will come over and make the catch for out number 1. That brings up the first baseman, Grace Ostmeyer. Ostmeyer, a .361 hitter in her own right, one of believe 9 different Lady Mustangs with double-digit hit totals on the year. First pitch misses inside. That time you saw Thomas just go with the fastball. Again, Thomas has had her off-speed stuff working today. She's gotten a lot of just weak contact, so to speak, a lot of infield pop-ups. And working with the fastball around that as she tries to induce a chase there for Ostmeyer. Ostmeyer, though, leaves it there. Count goes to 2-0. She finds herself ahead and will look to pick out a pitch here to drive. Instead, a ball popped up into foul territory, but boy, that would have been a great catch for Salina. Couldn't quite come up with it. And the count instead goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Did get confirmation up here in the press box. Maddie Crow was called out because she stepped out of the box early before heading down to first base. And that is what has preserved what remains a no-hitter for Aubrey Thomas through 4 1/3. Thomas gets a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 2-2. And again, for Aubrey Thomas, she has not done this with overpowering pitching. She's only got 4 strikeouts, all 4 of them of the swinging variety. And will now make it 5 as she will get Ostmeyer for the second time today for her 5th strikeout to bring up Brooke Banninger. But like I said, just weak contact, doing a good job of keeping it away from the bats, and now finds herself just 5 outs away from one of softball's most coveted accolades. First pitch back to her off the mitt, skipped there by Schmidt. The throw to first just in time. And that will preserve the no-no as we go into the 6th inning. Hayes back to bat with a 1-0 lead when we return. The Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Salina South High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Hayes coming back to bat here as we go to inning number 6. It'll be Avery Salita, Shea Augustine, and Haley Reese. We have been treated to a really good pitcher's duel between Valerie Van Zant and Aubrey Thomas, and it's been 2 different styles of pitching. Van Zant has struck out 11 through 5 innings, but she has not gotten anything in the way of run support because still a no-hitter preserved right now by senior Aubrey Thomas. She will take that into the 6th inning. But right now it's Van Zant trying to prevent any more runs from crossing the plate. It'll be Avery Salita, Shea Augustine, and Haley Reese. Your 3-2 up here for Hayes, and the first pitch is going to be lifted out into left center. Chasing it over to make the catch is Crow, and it's 1 down here in inning number 6. That will bring up Shea Augustine, who is the last of 3 members with a chance to complete the hat trick the first time through. And Augustine, like Schmidt and Williford, will be looking to avoid that fate. She's struck out looking twice today and will swing at the first pitch that she sees, takes it straight to center, and it will be a single here with 1 down as Crow, who's been busy out in center field, will pick that one up. And Haley Reese now will grab a bat and come to the plate. Reese so far today, hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning, popped out to the second baseman back in the 4th. Lady Indians looking for a little insurance as the runner's going to go. The throw down to second's a good one, and they got her. That is a great throw from Banninger to Wagner to cut down Shea Augustine, trying to swipe second. And the base paths are empty now with 2 down for Haley Reese. Banninger threw a solid throw. Again, just skipped it right where it needed to be. Wagner didn't really have to move the mitt at all. 0-1 is going to be laced out to right. Van Zant chasing it. It's off of her glove. She'll try to run it down, but that's going to roll to the fence. Reese is going to turn the corner. She's thinking about 3, and she is going to be in standing up. It's the 2nd triple of the day for the Hayes Lady Indians. There are 2 down in the inning here, but Hayes now threatening to score their 2nd run of the day with Lainey Becker coming to the plate. So far, Becker, a soft line out back to the pitcher, also reached on a walk back in the 4th, so officially is 0 for 1. And now Banninger is really going to have to tighten up and make sure that nothing gets by. She hasn't let many pitches pass her. Matter of fact, I believe only one passed ball on the day. So credit to her, doing a good job defensively. We'll watch this, an outbreaking ball that finds its way across the plate for strike one. Plenty of speed aboard at third right now. 60 feet away, Haley Reese, the center fielder for the Lady Indians. And a little flare shot off the end of the bat will make the count 1-2 and give Van Zandt an opportunity to finish the inning with one good pitch. Valerie Van Zandt has struck out at least one in each of the first 5 innings. Looking to do the same here in inning number 6, and we'll have to wait as an easy take there for Lainey Becker. Becker digs back in. Small sample size for her this year. 2-2 on the way, fights it off. And the count stays put right where it's at. Outfield playing straight up. Infield bringing the corners in just in case. 2-2 lifted down the line to right. The wind will not push it back into play. And the count stays at 2-2. Boy, you just don't know today on any ball hit up whether that's going to find its way back in the field of play down that right field line. But that one, fortunately for Salina Central, will fall harmlessly out of play and give Van Zandt another chance. 2-2 in there, called strike 3. Valerie Van Zandt is going to pick up her 12th strikeout of the day. But the Lady Mustangs still trail at 1-0 as we go to the home half of inning number 6. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here in Salina, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. We go to the home half of inning number 6. Still a 1-0 lead for the Hayes Lady Indians. And for Salina Central, it will be the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters, Taylor Gary, Katie Wagner, and Valerie Van Zandt. Your 3 due up here for Salina Central. Lady Mustangs still trying to get just their second base runner aboard in this contest. Aubrey Thomas, who has 5 strikeouts today, has again just kept Central guessing at the plate. Still has a no-hitter. She's just 6 outs away from wrapping it up. And this is also something that no one's really done to Salina Central this year. They've only been shut out once all season. That came in a 6-0 loss at the hands of Andover Central a couple of weeks ago. Salina Central has a shutout of their own. They got it 6-0 over Clay Center in a series split to open the 2024 campaign. 0-2 pitch on the way, called strike 3 on the outer half. Gary can only watch it go by. It's the 6th strikeout for Aubrey Thomas, and the Lady Mustangs now down to their final 5 outs. Katie Wagner, the shortstop, will come to the plate now. Wagner, as I mentioned before, has been exceptional. Despite batting in the 9-hole, again, she's been more of a rollover type hitter. And will line one right into the mitt of Williford. 2 down here in the 6th. Top of the order back up, though. Valerie Van Zandt with an opportunity to aid her own cause here. Van Zandt, the only batter for Central to reach base today, was hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning, popped one out to Williford at 2nd, back in the 3rd. And here we'll take a high pitch that misses. Count goes to 1-0. Thomas back to work, working at a good pace here. Will miss with another pitch outside, and the count goes to 2-0 here on the Lady Mustang leadoff hitter. case you're wondering, Van Zant has not homered yet this year. Only 3 Lady Mustangs have parked one over the fence as this ball is fouled away. 1 home run for Bailey Bruce, 2 home runs on the year for Tyler Vidrickson, and then 1 for Grace Ostmeyer. Like I said, this is a Central team that prefers to manufacture their runs, get them on, get them over, and get them in. 2-1, big swing and a miss. Van Zant trying to send that ball to Jerry Ivy Park, comes up empty, and the count goes even at 2-2. Wind continuing to blow directly into the face of any right-handed hitter. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, misses away, and the count is full. Thomas has already put Van Zant aboard for free once today. Trying to avoid doing that once again. Van Zant crowding the plate. Leaning over, here comes the payoff, and it's in the dirt. So there it is, your second base runner of the day for the Lady Mustangs. Comes on a walk here and brings Maddie Crow to the plate. Crow today has had an odd day. She struck out swinging back in the first. She was ruled out on what would have been an infield single to break up the no-no, and instead was ruled out, saying that she was out of the box before she had a chance to go. This time, though, she's going to do it. There you go. Your infield single for Maddie Crow. Not only does that break up the no-hitter, but now Salina Central has got the tying run in scoring position, and the potential go-ahead is now aboard at first. And oh yeah, by the way, it's the 3 and 4 hole hitters due up next here as Harper Turpin will grab a bat. Turpin is 0 for 2. She has grounded out twice. Both times she grounded out to Williford at second. She parks something in the gap here. The Lady Mustangs might flip the script and put Hayes down to their final 3 outs. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That ball with a little late dropping action, and the count is even at 1-1. Harper Turpin has been so good this year. .558 average, 12 driven in, second highest marker on the team. Watches a pitch miss away, and the count goes to 2-1. You got to think, too, Thomas is not used to pitching, at least not today, with runners on base. But only needs to get one more out. You see the corners playing in just a bit. As the 2-1 is on its way home, that is a big cut. And once again, Turpin comes up empty to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Turpin this season, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Right now, just trying to extend the inning with 2 down. Central's best opportunity today to get some runs across as that ball is fouled away back to the hill here at Salina Central. Got to say, again, warm weather, sunshine today has brought a good crowd out to enjoy some Salina softball here. But right now, it's Aubrey Thomas trying to get out of a bit of trouble. The 2-2 misses high and away, and the count is full. These are the situations players dream of. Chance to keep the inning going. 2 down, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 aboard for Salina Central. The payoff pitch, that's going to be chopped. It has a chance to get through. Nobody covering the bag. Everyone's safe. It's going to be an infield single for Harper Turpin, and the bases are juiced for the cleanup hitter, Ellie Riekoff. Oh, my goodness. Valerie Van Zant, who represents the tying run, is going to move up to third base. Crow moves up to second. And Turpin takes her base at first. And the first pitch in the dirt. Good stop there by Salina. And that's the other thing you absolutely can't have if you're Hayes right now. Nothing can get by your starting catcher. Anything back to the backstop's going to give Van Zant a chance to come in. Big swing and a miss. Riekoff trying to send that ball back to Hayes. And the count is even at 1-1. Mentioned this before, but only 3 players on this Salina Central team have a home run this year. Pitch to Riekoff, another big swing, and again comes up empty. She's going to have to shorten up and get protective here with a 1-2 count. 7 RBI for Riekoff this season, batting in the cleanup spot today. The 1-2 almost came in and got her. Boy, we were almost tied here at Salina South. Riekoff able to duck out of the way. The count goes even at 2-2. Salina Central held hitless until the 6th. And now with the bases loaded, and Riekoff battles it off to stay alive. This has been a fun battle to watch between Aubrey Thomas and Ellie Riekoff. Chance here for Central. They've got the tying run at third. They've got the go-ahead run at second. Here in inning number 6, another 2-2 pitch. Misses away, and the count is full. Thomas has got nowhere left to put Ellie Riekoff, who today is 0 for 2 with a lineout and a strikeout. Central, with their backs to the wall, the bases loaded. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch outside. Walk comes in. Riekoff will take her base, and the Lady Mustangs are on the board to tie this game. It's a 1-1 contest here in the 6th. So it's the old RBI walk for Ellie Riekoff. And it will bring Tyler Vidrickson to the plate. Vidrickson looking to play the hero here. So far, Tyler Vidrickson is 0 for 2. A fly out and a pop out. Central looking for one more to take their first lead of the day. And the first pitch called strike. They're going to say that sweeps across the outside corner. And the count will start at 0-1 here to Vidrickson. Vidrickson, a fly out to right, a pop up to second. The 0-1 pitch popped up and out of play, and the count is now 0-2. Vidrickson going to have to get really defensive here. Of all the things that we expected we might see, I think the tying run coming in on a walk was not on the list. That was the second walk of the day. That ball is lifted down the line, but it's going to be blown even further foul than it already was. And the count stays at 0-2. Central's had just 5 base runners today, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Vidrickson trying to become the first person in the bottom half of the lineup to reach safely. All of those base runners have come from the top 4. This ball is lifted out to left. It should be easy work. Klein is able to look up and make the catch, and that will leave them loaded for Salina Central, but not before the Lady Mustangs. Even this game up, it's a 1-1 ball game as we go to the 7th, our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
9-1-2 for the Hayes Lady Indians, who have led pretty much the entire way. They took a 1-0 lead back in the 3rd. Central comes back and ties it up in the 6th. And now it's getting to be crunch time here for these 2 teams as we go to the top of the 7th. Klein aggressive at the plate, kind of leaning out. One of those players that likes to get a little running start and then kind of just reach out and try to slap the ball. That's why you see, I think right now, Vidrickson playing in from the corner, expecting the slap hit down the line, although, boy, that was not it for Lauren Klein, who comes up empty and puts herself in a 1-2 hole. Top of the order looming with Des Schmidt and Danny Williford due up next. The 1-2, big swing and a miss. It's the 13th strikeout of the day for Valerie Van Zant, and it brings, again, the top of the lineup to the plate with Des Schmidt and Danny Williford coming up next. Central trying to give themselves a chance to walk this off. Big swing and a miss here for Schmidt on the riser. Got to get 2 more outs in the books first, though, as the count will start at 0-1 here on Schmidt. Been a rough day for the leadoff hitter, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and fouls this off to fall behind 0-2. I don't have the official numbers from each game by game, but I've got to wonder if this is not the best performance of the year for Valerie Van Zandt. 61 strikeouts in 9 appearances, 13 strikeouts today alone. And this game not over yet. More opportunities to continue to grow that count. Facing the Hayes Lady Indian lineup, though, for the 4th time today, as a rise ball is taken upstairs and the count goes even at 2-2. Schmidt, a deadly leadoff hitter in her own right, looking to start the party here for Hayes, and will not. It's going to be the hat trick for Des Schmidt. It's 14 strikeouts for Valerie Van Zandt, and it's 2 down for Salina Central to bring up Danny Williford. Williford today is 1 for 3. She's got 2 strikeouts of her own, though, and is going to have to be cautious facing Van Zandt now for the 4th time. First pitch right down Main Street for a strike. And the count will start at 0-1. Hayes as a team batting .340 this year. This ball lifted foul, and the count goes to 0-2. And Valerie Van Zandt once again finds herself a strikeout away from putting this inning to bed, giving her team a chance to win it on the other side. The 0-2. High and inside, ducked out of the way that time did Williford. And a count to a ball and 2 strikes. Full set defensively playing straight up right now. No shift on for Williford. 1-2, laced up the left side. That'll get down in front of Gary. And with 2 away in the inning, Hayes has got the potential go-ahead runner aboard as Danny Williford will reach on her 2nd single of the contest. And, of course, who else but Riley Dreher to come to the plate now? Dreher has had the only 2 strikeouts of her season today, but she also has an RBI triple, and she is going to put one in the exact same spot. That's going to get down. It rolls to the fence. Picked up by Gary. We'll see if they want to wave the runner. They will risk it, and the throw is going to get by Wagner. There is the lead for the Hayes Lady Indians. Riley Dreher has now driven in both runs today for Hayes. An RBI triple back in the 3rd and an RBI double here in the 7th to give the Lady Indians a 2-1 lead. On a day where it feels like Valerie Van Zandt had been able to beat everyone else, Riley Dreher gets to her for the 2nd time. And the Lady Mustangs on the other side are now going to be down to their final 3 outs. Lakin Zimmerman tasked with trying to keep this going here. Zimmerman, an infield single, a walk, and a strikeout. And nowhere near that pitch will fall behind 0-2. So Zimmerman officially 1 for 2 with a walk today. Advanced as far as 3rd, has not come in to score. Here is one that's going to be rolled. The backhanded pick for Wagner. The throw back to first in time. And that will end the top of the 7th. But not before Riley Dreher brings in her 2nd run of the day. Hayes takes a 2-1 lead to the home half of the 7th. We go. Last chance for Salina Central here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just 1 procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedaesthetics.org.
Well, the last three hopes for the Salina Central Lady Mustangs will be the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters, Grace Ostmeyer, Brooke Banninger, and Taylor Gary. Your three due up here. It's been rough sledding for the bottom 5 in the lineup for the Lady Mustangs. Collectively, they are 0-4-11, but a chance here to remedy that and get Central back on the board after they took their first and only run of a pitcher's duel back in the 6th. It's going to be easier said than done against Aubrey Thomas, who took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. She has allowed in this game a whopping 5 base runners, only 2 hits, and nothing that has touched the outfield grass today. Both of the singles have been of the infield variety. This ball blown back over, almost a great catch for Williford, but unable to hang on, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. In game number 2, we are expecting to see Katie Wagner take the circle for Salina Central and Riley Dreher take the circle for Hayes. Again, just as a reminder, we will have coverage of game number 2 coming your way about 15 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And if you're watching this game from Salina, still plenty of time. Come on out to the ballpark. Gorgeous day for it here in Salina. But for now, the 2-1 pitch on its way to Ostmeyer, and she will lunge at a pitch high and outside, and the count goes even at 2-2. 6 strikeouts for Aubrey Thomas, been working at a clip of about 1 per inning so far. Right now, just looking to record 3 more outs and get her team a victory, but a good battle as that one fouled to the screen by Ostmeyer. She's gotten Ostmeyer twice. Got her swinging back in the 2nd, got her swinging again back in the 5th. Ostmeyer just trying to set the table, get the tying run aboard. The 2-2, and it's going to be the hat trick for Ostmeyer, who cuts through it for strike 3. That is the 7th strikeout of the day for Thomas, and it brings up Brooke Banninger with 1 away. Banninger today is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Stands in, bats from the right side, facing Thomas again for the 3rd time. Thomas from the circle is, trying to square to bunt there is Banninger. Corners were in, ready for it. But here Central trying to utilize their speed to their advantage. Not often you see a catcher square up to lay down a bunt in this position. The 0-1, she will swing away and falls behind at 0-2. Corners still playing in just a touch, just in case. More than likely, though, Banninger is going to be set to swing away here. The 0-2, and there it is. A swing, a miss. It's strikeout number 8 for Thomas, and the Lady Mustangs down to their last hope in Taylor Gary. Gary today 0 for 2, a pop out to 2nd back in the 3rd inning, a looking strikeout back in the 6th. And 1 more out needed for Thomas to wrap up what has been a masterpiece. That ball's going to get down. It rolls away from Williford. And don't look now, but the Lady Mustangs all of a sudden have the tying run aboard with Katie Wagner at the plate. Boy, if you're Salina Central, you've got the top of the order looming. All 3 hits today for Central have been of the infield variety. Katie Wagner trying to park something in a gap somewhere. Perhaps make the first, or get the first hit that reaches the outfield grass. 0-1 the count. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch outside. And the count even now at 1-1. Katie Wagner today 0 for 2. A ground out to 3rd back in the 3rd inning. A line out to 2nd back in the 6th. Trying to get the top of the order back up. Valerie Van Zandt stands ready. That's a little shot that's going to get into right field. It'll be picked up by Becker. Everyone holds. But Salina Central has got both the tying and go-ahead runs on base now. And it's been all singles for Salina Central. And it's come the 3rd time through the order. First 2 times through the order, Central got exactly 1 base runner. 3rd time through the order, all but 3 have reached. And now Valerie Van Zandt will grab a bat for the 4th time today. Van Zandt, though, pops this up, drifting towards the screen, and the catch is going to be made by Salina. That will wrap it up. Hayes takes game 1. They get it 2-1 over the Lady Mustangs. We will be back with game number 2 here in about 30 minutes on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Salina Central will come to bat here for the first time today. And with that, let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for your Lady Mustangs. Valerie Van Zant will lead things off from her spot at shortstop. She'll be followed by center fielder Maddie Crow, second baseman Harper Turpin, and designated player Ellie Rykoff in the DP spot today. Batting fifth, it's your first baseman Tyler Vidrickson, then pitcher Katie Wagner, left fielder Taylor Gary, right fielder Lily Van Zant, and third baseman Tessa Snyder brings up the back end of the Lady Mustang lineup today. Emily Utley is your flex. She will be in as the starting catcher for this one. In the circle, it's Riley Dreher, the junior ace. Again, pitching him backwards today, but something we see a lot of teams do. Sometimes if you've got a better pitcher, she comes in and takes game 2, and that's the case for Riley Dreher. Dreher this season making her 11th appearance of the year, her 9th start. She has tossed 51 1/3 to the tune of a 5-3 record, a 2.04 ERA, and more importantly, a 1.4 whip. 39 strikeouts, only 13 walks, and 5 batters hit by pitches this year for Riley Dreher. Here it's an early 0-2 count, gets out ahead of Valerie Van Zant, who had a solid game number 1, was able to reach base safely twice. And here we'll pop one up, drifting back and making the catch there. The second baseman for Hayes, and that's one away here in the first for Maddie Crow. Similar look out in the field for the Hayes Lady Indians in game number 2. Get you those in just a moment. Still catching up on some of the scorebook shenanigans here. As the lefty Crow stands in at the ready and hacks at the first pitch that she sees, comes up empty, and the count will start at 0-1. Next offering on the way, again waved at and missed. Dreher gets out ahead here, 0-2. And an opportunity for the Lady Mustangs to try to get something started here, but going to have to be careful. Crow trying to avoid becoming the first strikeout victim of the day. Does get a bat on that, but it's taken right to third. The throw to first, though, not in time, even if it was scooped. And an infield single for Maddie Crow is going to get a base runner aboard here with one down for Harper Turpin. So it's a good start, as Salina Central will certainly take it. That brings Turpin to the plate with an opportunity to keep this inning rolling, and she will swing at the first pitch she sees. That sails the throw down to second. Maddie Crow is going to be in here with the first stolen base of the day for Salina Central. So off to a good start. Chance to tie this game up early on, as the next offering is on its way. That'll miss at the knees. Like I said, that's something we heard from Coach Waldron, just the aggressiveness on the base paths for this team. Central's got a lot of speed this year, and they've been able to use that to their advantage really from the beginning. As this ball is chopped to second, it'll be scooped up. The throw back to first is in time, and that is 2 down here in the inning, but not before Central gets a runner 60 feet away, and it now falls to Ellie Rykoff to try to bring that run in. In the field for this Hayes team, it's Salita catching, Zimmerman over at first, Williford at second, Schmidt is your starting shortstop today, and Summers will tend to the hot corner at third. Your outfield from left to right, Klein, Reese, and Thomas patrolling the deepest parts of the outfield for the Hayes Lady Indians. Maddie Crow aboard at third, Ellie Rykoff at the plate. The DP trying to bring in the first run of the day, slaps that ball down the line in left. That's going to tuck into the corner. It will go. The run comes in to score. Rykoff turns for second, and she is going to be in with a stand-up double. Salina Central ties the game here in the first. It's a 1-1 contest with Tyler Vidrickson coming to the plate. That is such a good piece of hitting for Rykoff. Just slaps that ball down the line. Didn't try to do too much, and is able to record a big run for Central. Vidrickson trying to keep it rolling. Vidrickson gets down a bunt. It's going to be off the plate, though. And quickly, it's an 0-1 count. Mentioned before, but Vidrickson this season put together some impressive numbers. A 449 average, getting on base at a 500 clip. So about every 2 times she comes to the plate, she gets aboard once. Here the 0-1 pitch is on its way. That ball fouled back to the screen. Vidrickson will have to fight off another here. Offense really hasn't been the problem for Central this year. They're batting .397 as a team, slugging .562. Brought in 112 runs this year, again part of a 6-12 campaign, still building year over year. As the 0-2 to Vidrickson, it's going to be chopped back. That gets under the mitt of Dreher. It gets under the mitt of Schmidt. The runner is going to be caught off the bag. Sliding back in safely is Rykhoff. Boy, that was awfully dangerous, but Rykhoff is able to salvage it, and Vidrickson finds herself aboard here with an infield single. It's 2 aboard now for Katie Wagner. And you got to love these situations if you're a pitcher. You know, you got a chance to, got a runner 60 feet away, you want some run support, you got a chance to go get it yourself. Vidrickson might not be long for first. Yeah, she'll take off. They will throw down to second. It's not in time. That's a good throw. Good arm on Salina. Got to be careful about that. But Vidrickson will put another runner in scoring position on the second stolen base of the inning. Don't forget, Maddie Crow was the one who stole second. She came in to score on the RBI double from Rykhoff. Next pitch, chopped up and over the bag, and that's a fair ball. That's going to get down in front of Klein. They're going to wave the runner around. The throw comes home. It's not going to come home. It's going to be a double for Katie Wagner, who brings 2 runs in to score, and the Lady Mustangs are going to take a 3-1 lead. Again, these balls have not been hit particularly hard, but right where the Lady Indians are not. And it's the second RBI double of the day. This one's going to bring 2 in to score and bring Taylor Gary to the plate. Boy, a dream start for the Lady Mustangs. Gotta love this after being no hit through the first 6 innings of game number 1. But they have come right back out with a vengeance. They take the early lead in game number 2, and there it's the pitcher Katie Wagner doing it herself. So it's Gary at the plate, the starting left fielder. She's going to keep this going. That gets into left field. They're going to wave the runner around. It's misplayed by Klein, and it's another RBI single, this time for Taylor Gary, as the hit parade continues here for the Lady Mustangs. Boy, this is really good stuff out of Salina Central. And it's going to prompt a meeting on the mound as... Boy, SC is almost batted all the way around the order here with Lily Van Zant coming to the plate. She'll get some words right now from Coach Waldron as Abby Gillen, the head coach for Hayes, has gone out to have a chat with her team. This is an uncharacteristic start for junior Riley Dreher, who, again, has been phenomenal throughout the course of her career. Dreher has a 2.04 ERA this season. She's given up 4 runs in just the home half of the first. Lady Mustangs have exploded for some big performances already this year. 13 runs and 13 runs in the 2 games against Junction City. Of course, 13 and 20 against Dodge City. Most recently, 16 against Hutch in their last set, a doubleheader sweep of the Salthawks. Here it's a runner aboard at first. It's Lily Van Zant at the plate, and it's Riley Dreher trying to settle in and record one more out and get her bats back up, but this is going to keep on going. Van Zant with a poke up the middle. And it's 2 aboard now for Tessa Snyder. Boy, everybody getting in on the fun here for the Lady Mustangs. Back-to-back singles, one for Taylor Gary, one for Lily Van Zant. You look at the way that this inning has gone. Valerie Van Zant popped out to start this contest. Maddie Crow reached on an infield single. Harper Turpin grounded out. At that point, Central had brought no runs in to score, and Dreher was set up shop, just needing one more out to end the inning. But then an RBI double for Rykhoff brought in a run. An infield single for Vidrickson put runners at the corners. And then Wagner cleared the bases with a double and came in to score on the Gary single. Here, the 0-1 pitch is going to be taken up the right side. That had a chance, but it was slow enough that Williford is able to make the play and put an end to the first inning. But not before Salina Central puts a 4 spot on the board. They take the 4-1 lead. You're listening and watching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Back here on the campus of Salina South High School, Tyler Henry alongside you, a 4-1 lead for Salina Central as we go to inning number 2. And for Hayes, it'll be Shea Augustine, Haley Reese, and Jaylee Summers, your 3 due up here for the Lady Indians. Boy, the way game number 1 went, Hayes, I don't think expected to be in this position early on, but boy, the Lady Mustangs really laid it on thick in the top of the first, and Augustine going to cut through a drop ball to go down in the count at 0-2. Wagner working with some run support now. Has got an opportunity to keep her team on the front foot, and boy, that's a great way to do it. How about 3 straight strikeouts for Katie Wagner here? And it's 1 down now for Haley Reese. Reese, the center fielder for Hayes, coming to the plate now, has reached twice already today. Back in game number 1, was hit by a pitch and tripled. Also popped one up to second, and here cuts through another high drop ball to fall behind 0-1. Salina Central looking for a quick, clean inning. All of the sudden, Wagner has got Hayes chasing absolutely everything. It's been some crazy swings and misses here for a lineup that had been pretty patient back in game number 1, all of the sudden offering at a lot of these pitches outside the zone. Go back to the numbers, 68 strikeouts, 39 walks as a team for Hayes this year, and this ball is chopped foul down the third base line, picked up there by Tessa Snyder. We talked with Coach Waldron before the game. I asked her, well, what are some of the more unique things about this team? And she said that defensively, this is one of the most flexible teams she has ever coached. You've got a lot of players all over the place. Boy, another swing and a miss for Haley Reese. That's the second out of the inning to bring up Jaylee Summers. But normally when a coach says that, you're talking about 1, maybe 2 players that can play maybe the infield and the outfield. This is something I've never seen before. So Salina Central, you take a look at their defense. The outfield stays the same from game number 1 to game number 2. Vidrickson goes from third base to first base. Utley comes in as your new pitcher. Your starting pitcher from game 1, Valerie Van Zant, goes to short. Turpin stays where she's at second. But she said it really allows us to put together whatever kind of lineups we want coming from Coach, because again, for Central, you've got so many players that are willing to go out and play in different positions just to get themselves in the lineup and get some more experience. And here, that has given Central an opportunity to go up 4-1 as the lineup has worked to perfection the first time through the order. Still a lot of work to hold Hayes off the line here as the Lady Indians still capable of putting up numbers in a hurry. But right now, a good start, and the count goes to 3-1 now on Jaylee Summers. Summers, the third baseman, getting her first action today. The only change to the Hayes lineup, as a flare shot off the end of the glove. Turpin almost came up with that, but Summers will be aboard here with a single to bring up Lauren Klein. Klein down in the 9-hole in game number 1, officially over 2. 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a run scored. Again, for those who may not be local, all sunshine, about 78 degrees, and the wind blowing not quite as hard as it was in game number 1, but aiding anything from right to left. As Wagner gets back to work here in the circle. Righty facing the lefty. Klein thought about offering up that time. Able to leave it there, though, and all of a sudden the last 5 pitches for Wagner have missed the zone. 2-0 the count. Klein back in the box, ready to go. This one comes inside. Now it's 6 in a row. And Wagner going to have to be careful here not to issue a free pass. Umpires flip for game number 2. Chuck Vogan behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Dan Fleming is your umpire in the field, and this pitch in the zone will get the count to 3-1 on Lauren Klein. Klein this year, a junior, batting just .235, getting on base at a .330 clip and taking strike 2 to fill the count here. You saw her a little frustrated that time, but going to have to get protective and find a way to battle back. Next pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 6 strikeouts in this game. Actually, 5 strikeouts in this game for the starting pitcher, Katie Wagner. And that'll take us to the home half of inning number 2. Central leads it 4-1 when we come back. Our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as we go to the home half of inning number 2, and it will be for Salina Central, the top of the order due up. Boy, Central batted all the way around the order. They've got 9 batters in their lineup. All 9 of them got a chance at the plate in game number 1. Or correction, in inning number 1. So an excellent start here for the Lady Mustangs, and this ball's ripped to center. That's got a chance. Reese back to the track. It's going to one-hop off the wall. Van Zant's turning around. She will be in at second. It's a stand-up double for Valerie Van Zant, and Salina Central continues to pour it on with the hits as they've got Maddie Crow, who started the action back in the first, coming to bat for the second time today. Like I said, just excellent work across the board for this Lady Mustang lineup. And they have no intention of stopping anytime soon. Next pitch in for a called strike. To be fair, we've seen some firsts and some uncharacteristic things in this game out of Riley Dreher, who's usually very good in the circle. Still very good so far, to be fair. She's only given up the 4 runs, but she also struck out at the plate for the first 2 times all season at the hands of Van Zant, who, to rub some salt in the wound, smacks a double and stands in scoring position now for Maddie Crow. Crow reached on an infield single back in the first. This ball missing down and away. Right now, it's Central thinking about even more if they can find a way to extend the lead. And there's one taken down the third base line. It'll be glove the throw, not nearly in time. My goodness, Maddie Crow has got some wheels. I think Crow might have hit the nitrous on the way down the line. By the time I looked over and saw Summers picked it up, I looked back to first, and Crow's already off the bag, trotting back near the dugout. And if that little showcase of speed was any indicator, I do not think Maddie Crow is going to be standing at first base for very long. Here's a ball taken down the third base line. They'll check the runner. The throw to first is in time. Crow's going to be aboard now at second as Turpin grounds out. But it's still just 1 down in the inning, and Central's in a great spot here to try to add some runs to this, as they will have their cleanup hitter, Ellie Rykoff, at the dish. Rykoff started her day with a bases-clearing RBI double and then came in to score the 3rd run of the day. First pitch to Rykoff here, misses low and away, and the count goes to 1-0. Rykoff from her spot in the cleanup, or from the cleanup spot rather, will take a strike in here. But to go back to Rykoff's numbers, 7 driven in this season. Added 2 more to that total, a chance to notch double digits if she can find a way to get Van Zandt in from third. Next pitch misses inside. Count goes to 2-1. Rykoff doing a good job staying patient at the plate. Not an easy task. Seen a couple of tempting pitches. Rykoff's done a good job of laying off, and here she laces one into left. That gets down. It'll score 1 run. They're going to wave the runner. Throw coming to the plate. Not in time. Rykoff turns. She'll take second. Keeps the foot on the bag. And for the second time today, Ellie Rykoff is going to bring in 2 runs with a double. All of a sudden, Salina Central jumps out to a 6-0 lead. 6-1, correction, is the lead for the Lady Mustangs. Van Zandt comes in to score run number 5. Crow comes in to score run number 6. And Rykoff right back in scoring position as Central looking to do the same here with Vidrickson at the plate. Tyler Vidrickson today, 1 for 1. Reached on an infield single, swiped second, came in to score on the Katie Wagner 2 RBI double. And here, squares to bunt. Somehow gets it down. Don't ask me how. Throw to first. Is not in time. And Vidrickson going to be aboard here with her second infield single of the day. That also succeeds in moving Rykoff up another 60 feet. So 2 infield singles for Tyler Vidrickson. 1 down in the inning. Katie Wagner at the plate. I'm going to be totally honest. I have no idea how Tyler Vidrickson got a bat on that ball. Able to get down the wildest swinging bunt of the day. As the first pitch is in for a called strike. The throw down to second cut off. Yeah, you saw Hayes trying to lure Rykoff off the bag, but she stays put. And Vidrickson swipes her second base of the day. This is the kind of game the Lady Mustangs have been trying to put together all year. They've gotten it going a couple of times, but again, manufacturing those runs. As this is a called strike on the outside, and the count goes to 0-2. Rykoff aboard at third, Vidrickson at second. Katie Wagner 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI double. Is going to hit one sinking fast, and it's in and out of the mitt there of Thomas. 1 run's going to come in to score. And it's going to be another knock for Katie Wagner, who's driven in 3 runs today. The Lady Mustangs, a 7-1 lead here. Runners at the corners. Wagner aboard at first on the RBI single. And Taylor Gary at the dish now. Gary with an RBI single herself back in the first inning, but it's almost easier to name the Lady Mustangs who didn't drive in a run, and she's going to add another with a single up the left side. Oh, my goodness. Salina Central might have just been saving up all their hits for Game 2. That's going to make it an 8-1 lead as Vidrickson comes in to score. Wagner moves up to second. And Lily Van Zandt will grab a bat. 1 for 1 with a single herself. Runner goes to third. Good throw, but a little high. And yeah, they are going to get Wagner for the second out of the inning. Gary moves up to second. So the double play, well, I think so. Coach now coming out to have a word with Dan Fleming, who wants to have a word with Chuck Vogan. And we're going to have an umpire conference here down the third base line. It looked like the throw was high, but to be fair, the tag looked like it was applied in time. And yeah, that will be Katie Wagner retired at third base. So Gary moves up to second. Van Zandt at the plate. The other of the two Van Zandts. And there you see perhaps a little overly aggressive on the base paths as this ball popped up. Will drift back behind the dugout, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Salina Central this season, again, they've put some good offensive performances together. 13 in both wins over Junction City, 14 in a or 13 in a win over Dodge City. And 16 in a win over Hutch, if I'm not mistaken, I believe earlier this week. Here, a 2-1 count to Lily Van Zant. As a long look back to the dugout for Riley Dreher. This outing has certainly not gone the way that she expected. Pitcher with a 2 ERA, giving up 8 runs in the first 2 innings. Hayes has won a couple of pitchers' duels this year. A 5-2 win over Wichita Northwest, a 4-2 win over Dodge City, most recently a 3-1 win over Great Bend. The 3-1 misses in the dirt. There's your first walk of the inning. And Lily Van Zant aboard for the second time today to bring up Tessa Snyder. So how about this? For the second time in as many innings, Salina Central has batted around the order. All 9 batters have come to the plate in both the first and the second now. First pitch to Tessa Snyder, in for a called strike. Snyder and Turpin, the only 2 who have not yet reached base. Snyder 0 for 1, grounded out to Williford her first time up. It was a good play for Williford, to be fair. Had to come up firing on a slow roller. This time, it's going to go to Dreher, who will take care of it herself and get the Lady Indians out of the second. But not before Central doubles their damage. It's an 8-1 lead for the Lady Mustangs here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as we go to inning number 3. It's a commanding 8-1 lead here for the Lady Mustangs, and a flare shot down the line is just foul. So no harm, no foul there for Salina Central as they come back out looking for another clean inning of work here. Katie Wagner back in the circle. A ball tipped back to the screen. The top of the order is due up here for the Hayes Lady Indians, as it will be Des Schmidt, Danny Williford, and Riley Dreher, your 3 due up here for Hayes. The 1-2 pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. Smooth sailing so far for Wagner after giving up a pair of singles to start the game and then an RBI ground out of Riley Dreher. Just one single from Jaylee Summers. Everybody else has been recorded as an out. But second time through the order, Schmidt and Williford will get another crack here at Wagner. Again, they were the 2 that were able to reach with base hits early on. The 1-2. That's going to be taken into left field. That gets down. It's a base knock for Des Schmidt, her second single of the day. And the leadoff runner is aboard here for Hayes, with Danny Williford coming to the plate. Williford was able to reach base on a bunt single. That came back in the first inning. She got as far as third, but was stranded there, unable to come in to score. Schmidt, though, on at first here, taking a good secondary lead. You see Utley take a look at her, but no threat there to advance, at least not here on the first pitch. This one chopped to third, picked up there by Snyder, who tries to go and succeeds in going the short way, if you can call it the short way. It's going to be a fielder's choice for Williford, and it will cut down the lead runner. But a risky decision there made by Tessa Snyder. It pays dividends for now, though, as it's 1 down for Riley Dreher, who has been the primary thorn in the side of Salina Central today. She has driven in all 3 Lady Indian runs, 2 in Game 1 and a 2-1 victory, and 1 here in Game 2. Her team down 8-1. Dreher has been a part of almost 50%. No exaggeration in that stat of the total runs scored by Hayes so far this season. Riley Dreher batting .500 on the year through the first 16 games of the season. 19 RBI, 17 runs going into game number 1. Added 2 more to that total. But again, that's out of now 81 total runs scored by Hayes this season. So just staggering stuff. And Dreher once again takes it up the middle. It's going to be another single for today's starting pitcher. It puts 2 aboard with 1 away for Lakin Zimmerman. And Hayes starting to try to chip away at this lead here. Again, they still trail it big. Fielder's choice for Williford. A single for Dreher brings up Lakin Zimmerman, who is 0 for 1, and there again going the short way. This time it's Van Zandt getting it back to Snyder, but that's going to be another fielder's choice, and that is 2 down as Salina Central keeping that lead runner away from third base twice now. Riley Dreher will move up to second. Zimmerman will take her base at first, and now it falls to Avery Salita to try to get something going. Salita takes this up the middle past the diving glove of Van Zandt, picked up there by Crow. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. And there it is, an RBI single for Avery Salita. Will get Hayes back on the board and trim the deficit down to 6. Dreher comes in to score the second run of the day here. Zimmerman moves up to second. Shea Augustine will be the next to grab a bat. Augustine at the plate. First pitch to her, misses in the dirt, blocked there by Utley. And the count starts at 1-0. Augustine in this game is the DP, 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. That came back in the second. On the day, if you go back and include game 1, she is 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. But here, going to jump ahead in the count at 2-0 as Wagner tries to settle it down a little bit here and find herself even or better back in the count. High rise ball misses, 3-0 count. Likely Augustine going to take all the way here. Hayes has not yet walked in this game. This is one of their better opportunities. Wagner looking to deliver a strike, and yeah, easy take there for Augustine, who will watch it go by. Was never going to take the bat off the shoulder. 3-0. Augustine looking to settle back in. The 3-1 pitch on its way. This ball chopped to second. Turpin picks it up, throws to first, and that will do it for the third inning. So how about that? 5 reach, no one, or actually one comes in to score. It's a 8-2 Salina Central lead here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Salina Central back up to bat here as we go to the home half of inning number 3. Central has sent exactly 9 batters to the plate in each of the first 2 innings. They bat around, they score 4 runs in each, and they take a 4-2 lead as that ball comes in and somehow does not hit Valerie Van Zandt. Van Zandt's already been hit by 1 pitch today. not trying to wear another, will duck out of the way, or rather leap out of the way. Little Irish two-step to avoid the low and inside pitch. Swings away here at the 1-0, evens the count at 1-1. Dreher trying to settle in here. Again, it's been rough sledding for her so far. 12 hits for Salina Central. The lines have been identical for Central through these first couple of innings. As this ball chopped up the middle, that's going to eat up Schmidt, and it's going to be the first error of the day committed by Hayes as Valerie Van Zant reaches for the second time. And the Lady Mustangs have the leadoff runner aboard for Maddie Crow. Crow today, 2 at-bats, 2 infield singles, 2 runs scored. Corners shading in just a touch here. Again, Crow likes to lean in and then just try to kind of reach the bat out and let physics do the rest of the work. Gets herself a little bit closer to the bag, takes a running start. Again, she's got incredible speed. See if she has a chance to utilize that once again here, but you see Summers in almost a 2-point track stance, ready to go. Back pick attempt, not in time. Just trying to keep the runner honest over there at first. But exactly 4 runs on exactly 6 hits with exactly 2 runners left on base for Salina Central in the first and the second. And here, a ball tipped foul will bring the count to 2-1 on Maddie Crow. Crow this season, a .432 hitter, slugging .523. Has only brought 3 runs in to score, but has done a good job at keeping the runners moving. See what she has a chance to come back with here. As the pitch is on its way there, she tries to swipe at it and will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dreher still looking for that elusive first out here after Van Zant was able to reach on an error. The 2-2. That one's going to be pulled. Could be a double play. Low throw back to second. It's going to be a fielder's choice for Maddie Crow as Williford covers the bag just in time, and it's 1 down for Harper Turpin. Turpin so far 0 for 2 in this contest. Again, Turpin and Snyder, the only 2 to not reach base yet. Turpin did have an infield single back in game number 1. Here, it is a pop-up, and yeah, Hayes is going to easily double off Maddie Crow with that. So, the third inning comes to a close, but Salina Central still leads at 8-2 here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Salina South High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. The Lady Mustangs holding an 8-2 lead as we go to the 4th inning. And for Hayes, it will be the bottom third of the order due up here. Haley Reese, Jaylee Summers, and Lauren Klein. Your 3 coming to the plate here for Hayes. 1-0 the count. Wagner begins with a ball, and now a little shot off the end of the bat picked up there by Van Zant. Throw to first in time, and it's quickly 1 down here for Salina Central to start the 4th. That'll bring Jaylee Summers to the plate. Summers 1 for 1 with a single today, one of 3 members of the lineup to reach base the first time through. And trying now to help Hayes. Again, it's just going to have to come little by little. No way to get 6 runs back all at once. But the Lady Indians trying to find a way to chip away at this. They had a good chance back in the 3rd inning. They got 5 runners to reach base, but two fielders' choices, some crafty defense for the Lady Mustangs. And in all that chaos, only one player came around to score. That was Riley Dreher, who is 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and an RBI. This ball's going to be slapped up the middle. That gets through. Crow picks it up in center, and it's a one-out single for Jaylee Summers to bring up Lauren Klein with one down. Klein today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Back in game number 1, she was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, also reached on a walk and came in to score. And we're going to have a meeting in the circle here as Alyssa Waldron comes out and wants to have a word with Wagner. We'll see if it's just a word or if it may be more, although for right now, still holding on to the softball is Wagner. Just as a reminder, our next and final regular season installment of the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week will be a double bill, as we will be bringing you coverage with live audio and video of both the Salina South versus Salina Central baseball and softball doubleheaders, both slated to start at 4 p.m. next Tuesday. Again, that's Tuesday the 30th. You can tune into those games on the Salina Post Sports Network or on our YouTube page at Salina Post. Here it's Lauren Klein, again 0 for 1 with a strikeout today, trying to get things back to the top of the order. That's where most of the damage has been done today. Summers aboard at first following the single. Here squaring to bunt, getting it down and fouling it off. At least I'm pretty sure fouling it off. Did she not get a piece of that? She must not have. Wagner had a lot of sink on that ball, so Summers is going to get credited with a stolen base and move up into scoring position. Klein now with a chance to potentially drive her in, takes something up and in, and the count goes to 1-1. Well, you saw there, Summers offered at it. It looked like she might have tipped it foul, but again, just a good pitch for Wagner. And gets something similar. This time, though, able to get a piece is Klein, as the count goes to 1-2. Still a good amount of daylight here. Again, some summer weather coming in late in April here. May in the distance, as well as regionals and state for softball, as this ball's popped into foul territory. Vidrickson makes the catch, and it's 2 down here for Des Schmidt. Schmidt today, though, has been swinging a hot bat. She is 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run scored. Rocking the rolled up sleeves here for her third at bat, as Wagner looks to get back to work here, trying to record one more out, get her team back up to bat. First pitch misses away, and the count starts off at 1-0. Next pitch to Schmidt, another flare. This one, though, is caught by Van Zandt, and that will put a stop to the top of the fourth. We're halfway home. Central leads the way, 8-2. You're listening and watching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Salina South High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Central off to an excellent start in this game. Again, they lead at 8-2 as we go to the home half of inning number 4. It will be Ellie Rykoff, Tyler Vidrickson, and Katie Wagner to lead off the inning. This group of 3, how about 6 for 6 today with 5 runs scored and 5 driven in. Heart of the order has been producing for the Lady Mustangs today as this pitch misses up and inside. And you can keep that going 2 more spots down. Taylor Gary in the 7 hole is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. And Lily Van Zandt has reached base twice, is 1 for 1 down in the 8-hole. Rykoff trying to restart the party here. Her team already up big. Another one that almost comes in and gets her. But she is able to get out of the way. And the count goes to 2-0. Now, Rykoff exchanging words with Salina behind the plate. The two share a quick laugh. And the count is 3-0. Both of Rykoff's hits have been doubles, as she will take ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk, and Rykoff is aboard here for the third time today. Salina Central, for the third time today, has the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out. So Tyler Vidrickson, who has 2 infield singles, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored, will be the next to grab a bat here. Dreher getting blown out of the circle here as this ball popped up in the air. Plenty of wind coming in, although this catch is made by Williford, and that is 1 down here in the 4th. Katie Wagner will come to the plate next. Wagner, like the 2 before her, 2 for 2 today, a double that brought in 2 back in the first. She came around to score as well. A single that brought in another run back in the second. And a ball that misses in the dirt, blocked there by Salina. Thought about the back pick. Has only actually tried the back pick once today. Did not record an out with it. And I think has since cooled on that notion. Next pitch to Wagner. Called strike on the outer half. That'll even the count at 1-1. Again, this might be the toughest outing that Dreher has had in terms of raw numbers given up. All 8 of the runs that she's conceded, by the way, have been of the earned variety. Only 1 error committed by the Lady Indian defense. It came back in the 3rd, and it did not net Central a run. But Central just getting good pieces of a lot of these pitches. Again, 8 runs all earned on 12 hits as that ball gets by Salina, and turning to take second is Ellie Rykoff. So Central now with another insurance run, moving up into a better position. Lady Mustangs looking for more, again up 8-2. And this ball is going to be taken off the mitt there of Dreher. Dreher goes down to a knee, cannot get the ball in a position to make the throw, and Katie Wagner is going to be aboard, I would assume, with an infield single. And it will be. Infield singles have been coming fast and furious for Salina Central today. They have really utilized that speed. Again, I don't think I've seen any softball team all year with this many in one game. That is the 6th infield base hit for the Lady Mustangs just in this second game alone. And it's runners at the corners with only 1 down for Taylor Gary. Gary is going to hit this ball out to left. The catch is made there by Klein, but that's going to give plenty of time for Rykoff to tag up, and she will come in to score on the sac fly. It's the 3rd run driven in today by Taylor Gary, and it brings Lily Van Zandt to the plate with 2 down and a runner aboard at first. Salina Central now leads 9-2. Van Zandt has reached twice today, a single and a walk. Gary has driven in 1 run on every single plate appearance, and another ball that gets by Salina is going to allow Wagner to move up. So on the passed ball, another run put in scoring position here for Van Zandt, who for all the good she's done today is still looking for her first RBI of the contest. She will pop this up. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. If she can find a way to reach base and Tessa Snyder can come to bat this half inning, it'll be the 3rd time in 4 innings that Salina Central has batted all the way around the order. Got to find a way to get Van Zandt aboard first, though, as a swing and a miss will put her behind in the count at 1-2. Lily Van Zandt not in the Game 1 lineup for Salina Central. A .417 hitter, though, in her own right, slugging .500. Still looking for her first RBI of the year and may have to wait as that ball is popped up. Miscommunication. It's off the mitt of Zimmerman, and a run comes in to score. Katie Wagner never stopped running. That's going to be the first unearned run of the day. And Salina Central, all of a sudden, has got a 10 spot on the board as Van Zandt reaches on the air. I don't know if Williford tried to call Zimmerman off there. I'm not sure what happened, but one way or another, here comes the 9th batter of the half inning, and oh my goodness, Van Zant's going to be safe at second. Lily Van Zant got caught so far off of first base that it was easy for her to get to second. There wasn't even a throw made by Zimmerman, who I think was just as baffled as we were. Hey, anyway, you can get him in scoring position. That works. The crazy thing, too, I believe that still counts as a stolen base. You might put little air quotes around it, but it'll get the job done, as the Lady Mustangs are looking for their 11th run of the day. It's turned into a nightmare day for Riley Dreher, who I will remind you came into today's game with a 2.04 ERA and has just seen run after run after run come to the plate. Another ball gets away from the catcher. The throw gets away, backing the play up, but Lily Van Zant has gone on, let's call it an adventure around the base paths. Moves up to second on the stolen base, gets to third on the pass ball. That's after getting to first on the air. And trying to complete that adventure with a final destination of home plate. Tessa Snyder, who's 0 for 2 today, trying to be the one to get her in. Snyder grounded out to second her first time up, grounded out back to the pitcher her second time up. Standing back in at the ready now, though, the Lady Mustang third baseman. The 1-2 pitch. Misses high, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a good take for Tessa Snyder. If Central could find a way to get the top of the order back up, Valerie Van Zant, who has already reached twice, stands in the on-deck circle. The 2-2 misses inside, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Another insurance run 60 feet away. The payoff to Tessa Snyder. It's going to be chopped to Williford. Throw to first. Close to taking off the bag, but it will get the job done and put a stop to the 4th inning. But not before the Lady Mustangs strike for 2 more. They take a 10-2 lead into inning number 5 here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back in here as we go to inning number 5. It'll be Danny Williford, Riley Dreher, and Lakin Zimmerman. Your 3 due up here for the Hayes Lady Indians as the first pitch misses away and the count will begin at 1-0. Williford has reached base twice today. A bunt single back in the first, a fielder's choice back in the third, but Hayes has got a long way to go. Here's a pop-up to center, drifting back, unable to make the catch is Crow. They're going to wave the runner to the third. The throw's coming. It's not going to be in time. It's a hustle triple for Danny Williford. Boy, you got to give Crow credit for giving it a try. She ran that ball down, but just unable to come up with what would have been a fantastic catch. And it's a leadoff triple for Danny Williford to bring Riley Dreher to the plate. Dreher trying to get one of the runs that she's given up back. At the very least, she's already driven in, again, all 3 runs, actually 3 of the 4 runs today for the Hayes Lady Indians. In this contest, an RBI ground out, a single, and a run scored as part of a 1-for-2 day at the plate. Wagner back to work is going to hit her. And Riley Dreher is going to take her base at first on the first hit batter of the day for Wagner to bring up Lakin Zimmerman. Still nobody out here in the 5th inning. Hayes trying to mount the comeback. Central trying to close out a victory, and a little flare shot into left field gets down. That's going to be an RBI single. The runner comes to third. The throw is close, but it's not in the mitt, and then Lakin Zimmerman will move up to second. So I believe that's going to be an RBI single for Lakin Zimmerman. Coming in to score is Danny Williford from third, and now it's 2 runners in scoring position for Avery Salina, who already has 1 RBI single. That came back in the 3rd inning. Wagner still just looking to record the first out here of the 5th. And she is going to catch Salina swinging at a pitch that was right about at her eyes. So the count begins 0-1 here to Salina. 1 for 2 today, an RBI single in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 1st. As this ball's chopped to Snyder, the throw to first is in time. The throw back to third, not in time. So Hayes will trade an out for a run. As coming in to score the 4th run of the day is Riley Dreher. Lakin Zimmerman will move up to third. Shea Augustine grabs a bat 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out here in game number 1. Augustine 1 for 3 in game number, Augustine 1 for 3 with a single in game number 1. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out in game number 2. 1-0 pitch on its way. That ball taken down the line and foul off to the left side. With the 2 runs, Hayes has trimmed the lead back down to 6. As Central leads 10-4, this one misses inside. And the count goes to 2-1 on Shea Augustine. Augustine, the only freshman in this lineup, but there for a good reason, batting .625. Here, waves at the pitch, and the count goes even at 2-2. 5 hits this year for Augustine, as many runs driven in. Don't see that stat line very often. Trying to keep that trend going. Here she's going to roll one, though. Van Zant's throw to first takes the first baseman off the bag. And that, I would imagine, is going to be a throwing error for Salina Central. So the lead cut in half here. 3 runs across for Hayes in the 5th. And that error will put Augustine at first. It'll bring Haley Reese back to the plate. Reese 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out herself. That ground out coming to short back in inning number 3. 1-0 the count. Wagner, plenty of run support still to work with here. Will deliver the next pitch. Throw back to first. It's a good throw, but the tag not applied in time, as scrambling back to the bag was Augustine. Trying not to get picked off on the back pick attempt. Count back to 1-1. Reese stands back in. The center fielder with a triple and a hit by pitch back in game number 1. Also a looking strikeout. Hayes trying to extend what is currently a 6-game winning streak. Came in with 5. Here's one rolled. Turpin will go the short way for 1. Back to first. In time. Salina Central rolls it from Turpin to Van Zant to Vidrickson to get themselves out of the 5th inning, but not before Hayes strikes for 3 more runs. They make it a 10-5 game. They are our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Top of the order to lead off the fifth for Salina Central, Valerie Van Zant, Maddie Crow, and Harper Turpin. And I'll tell you what, when you structure your lineup, you want your leadoff hitter to do just that, to lead off. Normally, you're only guaranteed that on the first at bat of the game, but this is going to be the third time today. Actually, this is going to be the fourth time today that Valerie Van Zant has led off an inning. She led off the first with a pop-up. She led off the second with a double and a run scored. Led off the third with a wild reach on an error. And now we'll try to restart the party for the Lady Mustangs in inning number 5. And we'll do so as she takes one off the front. It's a hit by pitch. That's the second time today that poor Valerie Van Zant has been hit. But she will take her base, and that will bring up Maddie Crow. Matter of fact, Valerie Van Zant has had an interesting day at the plate, too. If you go back to game number 1, Van Zant has reached, how about 5 times today on the strength of 1 hit? Here's a ball chopped at by Crow. Van Zant got in the way, and they're going to say that it hits Van Zant, so she is out. And I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not sure if that goes down as a fielder's choice or an infield single. That is an odd one. Maddie Crow reaches base one way or another to bring up Harper Turpin, who is 0 for 3, and fouls the first pitch that she sees back to the backstop here. It can't really be a fielder's choice. The fielder didn't really make a choice. Guess the choice Williford made was to let the ball hit the runner. So in my unofficial book, ruled an infield single. Back pick attempt coming. Boy, that was almost good as they had Maddie Crow dead to rights. And Crow fortunate to still be standing aboard at first. Harper Turpin trying to reach base for the first time in this game. 3 groundouts. As this time, Crow will stick a little closer to the bag. Crow's also got to be careful. Got doubled off back in the 3rd inning when Turpin popped one up to second. Crow taking off for the bag. Here, the 1-2 is on its way. That'll miss inside, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind once again starting to pick up. Temperatures staying about the same, all things considered. It's been about 80 degrees and mostly sunshine all day long. 2-2 is popped foul. Back onto the concourse. Of course, both teams, similar color schemes, rock and maroon, can make it tough to distinguish the fans, although usually you look for the bright gold if you want to find the haze contingency. 2-2 popped up, drifting near the line, and the catch made by Zimmerman for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Ellie Rykoff, who has had a great day at the plate. Rykoff is the only player to come in to score all 3 times. RBI double and a run scored back in the first, 2 RBI double and a run scored back in the second, walk, a stolen base, and a run scored in the 4th. Here trying to extend the inning for Salina Central. Going to loft one into center. Reese is going to chase it back. That's going to take one hop. It is over the fence for a ground rule double, which is going to hurt Central in a way because I guarantee you Rykoff would have had at least 3 bags out of that. But it is going to score Maddie Crow. Believe since Crow is around second base, and that's the case that Dreher's making right now. If it's a ground rule double, that Crow would have to stay put. But I believe if Crow made it around second base before the ball got over the wall, she's awarded 2 bags from there. And no, this is going to be it. Dan Fleming, is going to point and motion for Maddie Crow to come back and take her base at third as he can't advance, and no argument being made by Coach Waldron. So runners at second and third for Ellie Rykoff following the ground rule double. And it brings up Tyler Vidrickson. Vidrickson today 2 for 3 with 2 infield singles, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored. She's going to score a bunt with 2 outs here, pulls it back, and takes the strike. Boy, Boy, corner's a little bit confused that time. You have to wonder if Vidrickson was just trying to catch Hayes off balance. Don't generally expect the bunt attempt with 2 down in the inning. Then again, with Vidrickson's speed, I feel like you give her a little leeway to give it a go. Corner's not cheating in all that much, although Summers back in that 2-point track stance, ready to come in if called upon. 0-1, Vidrickson swinging away. That's got a chance to get down, and it will. Picked up, throw to first, not in time, and that's going to bring 2 runs into score as Tyler Vidrickson is going to reach on her 3rd infield single of the day. This one drives in 2. As coming into score, Maddie Crow and Ellie Rykoff. And Salina Central back out in front, now 12-5 for Katie Wagner. Wagner's been swinging a hot bat today. She is 3 for 3 with 3 RBI. Another back pick attempt down to first, not in time. Katie Wagner, a 2 RBI double and a run scored back in the first, a single and a run driven in back in the second, and an infield single and a run scored back in the fourth. Here with 2 down in the 5th, trying to keep this rolling, trying to get things back to Taylor Gary. Taylor Gary has driven in a run every time she has come to the plate today. Central up big, trying to pad the lead. And this is laced to center. That's going to get down in front of Reese, who bobbled it a little bit. The throw comes to third, and turning and never stopping there, coming to the plate to score is Tyler Vidrickson. Oh my goodness, Tyler Vidrickson never stopped running. That's going to go down as an RBI double for Katie Wagner. And Salina Central keeps the line moving. They've now lead it 13-5. My goodness. Central has jumped out to an 8-run lead. This ball's chopped foul down the line. Taylor Gary, I know I brought the stat up before, but all 3 times that Taylor Gary's come to the plate today, she's driven in a run. An RBI single in the first, an RBI single in the second, and a sac fly in the fourth. It's impressive, too. Taylor Gary this season had 2 RBI. She's got 3 in this game. And she is going to get under that one. It will head to right field. The catch made by Thomas. And that will put a stop to the 5th inning, but not before the Lady Mustangs tack 3 more on. They lead at 13-5 as we go to the 6th. That's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Back here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as we go to inning number 6. It'll be Jaylee Summers, Lauren Klein, and Des Schmidt. Your 3 due up here for the Hayes Lady Indians. Hayes able to get 3 runs back in the 5th inning, and it's fortunate for them that they did, or this game, if it had continued the way that it had been going, would be over. And I believe we're going to have some form of a lineup change here as Coach coming over, giving a word here to Chuck Vogan, the home plate umpire. See if we do, in fact, have a pinch hitter, perhaps. Nope, that's Jaylee Summers. Continue to keep an eye on it. But for now, it is Wagner back in at the plate for the 3rd time today, or rather Summers at the plate for the 3rd time today. Summers was not going to get lifted. She is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. But for what it's worth, Lauren Klein was 0 for 2. We'll keep an eye on that spot over in the batter's box. Wagner back in the circle. She's given up the 5 runs, but has been good aside from that. Has conceded in this contest 9 runs, or 9 hits, but has gotten the run support in bunches. Matter of fact, Salina Central has scored 13 or more in this season, just 3 times before. 13 against Dodge City, 13 against Junction City, 20 in Game 2 against Dodge City. This ball popped up to center field. Crow will settle under it and make the catch. And quickly, it's 1 away here for Central, with Lauren Klein's spot in the order coming to the plate. But, as previously mentioned, it is not Lauren Klein who will bat here. Oakley Witchers will grab a bat. Actually, believe Oakley Wickers at the plate here. Next pitch to Wickers, in for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Wickers batting for Klein, who was 0-2. Again, a strikeout and a pop-out, so Hayes trying to mix it up before flipping things back over to the top of their lineup card. Des Schmidt bats in the on-deck circle, ready during the next plate appearance as Wickers cuts through that, falls behind, and actually that is strike 3. So Oakley Wickers down on strikes. And that is the 6th strikeout of the day for Wagner. Wagner got 5 Ks racked up through the first 3 innings and then cooled off some heading into the 6th. So now it falls to Des Schmidt. Schmidt today 2 for 3, 2 singles, a run scored, and a pop-out. 1-0 on the way. That is laced into right field. That's going to be the 3rd hit of the day for Schmidt. That thing rolls to the fence. We'll see if she wants to hold up at second. She will. That was a heck of a throw. I think that was Crow out in center that gunned that ball to second. Schmidt wise to hold up, but it will be an RBI or a double with 2 down here in the inning for Danny Williford. Williford's reached base 3 times today in as many attempts. A bunt single back in the first inning, a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and a triple with a run scored in the 5th. Here, though, she's going to top one to Van Zandt. The throw to first is in time, and Salina Central able to get out of that with no danger done. They will head to the home half of the 6th, still leading the way 13-5. It's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week as we go to the home half of inning number 6. It will be the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters due up here for Salina Central. Lily Van Zandt, Tessa Snyder, and Valerie Van Zandt to lead things off. And once again, coming out to face Riley Dreher. It's been a day to forget for Dreher in the circle. She's given up 13 runs. Of the 13, 12 of them have come of the earned variety, and Salina Central has done that damage on the strength of 17 hits. Right now, it's Van Zandt who's reached base in all 3 of her plate appearances. Rockets one out to right field. That is going to take a hop and a skip to the wall, turning to take 2, and now turning to take 3. Long strides. Throw's going to be sailed here. She's going to get up and hold wisely. How about a triple for Lily Van Zandt to start the inning? And Salina Central in business once again here in the 6th for Tessa Snyder. Normally you don't want a player to take off like that, but Van Zandt takes such long strides. I think it only took her 6 steps to get from second to third. Runs like a jackalope, and it brings up Tessa Snyder, who is 0 for 3. And Snyder going to pop this one up. Snyder looking to straighten it out. 3 ground outs, including 2 to Williford, who's going to have to be vigilant over at second. Also grounded out back to the pitcher. That's the other crazy thing for Salina Central. They have had 4 different players reach base all 4 times. And they've had 3 different players record 3 outs. Here's a shallow pop-up, and yeah, that's going to be caught by Williford, who will retire Snyder for the 3rd time. That is the 2nd out of the inning. But it does get Central back to the top of the order with Valerie Van Zandt coming to the plate for the 4th time today. Van Zandt, a double and a run scored in the 2nd, an error in the 3rd, hit by a pitch back in the 5th. And hits this one high in the air. That should be deep enough to score the runner. There will be a throw, and it will be cut off. No attempt to stop Van Zandt from scoring. So a sac fly there for Valerie Van Zandt, scoring her sister Lily. And it's another run across here for the Lady Mustangs, who now lead 14-5. Maddie Crow at the plate has come to bat 4 times, has reached base 4 times, has not had a ball leave the infield. 3 infield singles for Maddie Crow, but it makes sense when you watch her bat. Again, she will take that running start and kind of just throw the bat at the ball. But it works very effectively. Again, she's already reached 3 times, and by the time you get your glove on the ball, she's halfway down the line. Here she tries to do it again. This time, though, it's right back to the pitcher, and I don't know. It looked like Crow beat that out at first, but that's going to be an out to wrap up the 6th. Central, though, tacks on 1 more. They lead the way 14-5. Looking for 3 more outs to wrap this puppy up. When we come back, it's our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
First pitch of the new inning, grounded directly to Vidrickson. 1 pitch, 1 out. You love the efficiency here out of Wagner. And Hayes, before I even had a chance to set the inning up, is down to their final 2 outs. Riley Dreher grounds out there to Vidrickson. That'll bring up Lakin Zimmerman, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. She'll take the first pitch low for a ball. Been a good day, all things considered, in the circle for Katie Wagner, the Game 2 starter, who is going to lower that ERA quite a bit here with a good performance. This pitch misses away, and the count goes here to 2-0 on Lakin Zimmerman. Zimmerman today is 1 for 3, a looking strikeout back in the 1st, a fielder's choice in the 3rd. And here, taking one straight to Van Zandt, who will throw to first, but that's going to get by Vidrickson. Fortunately for her, though, no, it goes out of play. That found its way beyond the gate, and Zimmerman is going to be up to second on the air. So a tough break there for the Lady Mustangs, but they do have a bit of cushion to work with here. Up 14-5. Avery Salita will be the next to grab a bat. Salita, an RBI single back in the 3rd inning, a strikeout in the 1st, and a ground out in the 5th. First pitch to her misses away for a ball. Central looking for their 7th win. Talking about the way this program has continued to build. Again, they went 2-18. They lost most of their games by run rule a year ago, but they have really come back and taken a big step this year. I know not a lot of people are going to look at 6-13, maybe 7-13 if they get the win here and see anything flashy, but for Salina Central, This is a meaningful step for this program as this ball's popped up in the air. That's going to find its way onto the canopy. And absolutely zero reaction from the most Scooby-Doo looking dog I've ever seen in my whole life down in the grandstands. So the count to 1-2 on Avery Salina, trying to avoid striking out for the second time today. Pitch on the way. That'll miss high, and the count goes even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zimmerman in scoring position. The 2-2 is going to be taken to short. This is going to eat up Van Zant again. And a tough break there for the shortstop. Puts 2 aboard for Shea Augustine. Got a courtesy runner coming in to run at first base. Shea Augustine at the plate, 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the 5th inning. Riley Dreher, who led off the inning with the ground out. They'd have to get all the way back around to her, and they'd have to score everybody in between. She would represent the tying run. 1-1 the count. Augustine back in the box. Pitch on the way. This ball chopped the other way. Charging in is Turpin. Picks it up. The glove flip to first in time. And that's 2 away here in the 7th. Salina Central is 1 out away from putting this game to bed. Haley Reese, who's 0 for 3, will come to the plate looking to extend it. But what a story this has turned into here for Salina Central. They've really kicked it into high gear down the stretch of the season. This is a team that started the year 2-9. They have won 4 of their last 7. They've got a chance to make that 5 of their last 8. And a big swing and a ball tipped foul will put the count at 0-2 here on Haley Reese. Every win moves that watermark a little bit higher here for the Lady Mustangs. The 0-2. In there, called strike 3. They'll check it down to first, but that's going to do it. And the Salina Central Lady Mustangs are going to come back and take game 2. They get it in style. 14-5 is your final from Salina. That'll just about wrap it up for us, but just a quick reminder, we will be back with our final regular season installment of our Game of the Week. We'll have coverage of both South and Central baseball and softball. That's coming your way on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. But until then, one last time for Brian Dennett, our producer and engineer, for myself, Tyler Henry, good night, and we'll see you next time. This has been the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.